Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a lot for the Divine Feminine Twin Flames read today. I have sand art and oracle cards at the end, but there's just a lot of details in the read as well. A lot of different situations going on for the feminines, and I haven't even finished my morning coffee yet, which is decaf with organic stevia. Alright, so I'm going to get right into it so I can get this finished. Let's see. When I was dealing the cards before I was ready to cut, the Indigo and Master of Orbs fell out. So that's the Magician, the Indigo in this deck, the Sirian Starseed, and the Master of Orbs fell out. But they were not in the read, but they wanted to make themselves known, okay? Yeah, and I'll get to that in a second. Alright, so for the sand art, some very interesting stuff just came up. So this was it earlier today? So yeah, the sand art I did was 12:44 today, and it's 4:12 now. 4:12 and 12:44. You like that? All right, so this is the sand art. Meat shop, salami. Okay, so that could be a sexual reference as well, but I was definitely seeing a huge salami in the front of the sand, and then a meat shop, like with everything. You know how all the meat hangs, like in Europe, other places too. Also dead shark as well. Jaws came up, New Orleans and Mardi Gras. Jawbreaker, masculine shark, stingray. It was all around the same energy. Clash of the Titans, which you'll get after I tell you about the read. Desert tents, mash unit, a bad kite landing, flying fish, also crash landing, okay? Someone using binoculars, talking worms, tracks that lift to the roller coaster, and long lines. So, and I wasn't getting the best of energies around this, so if any of you are planning on going to an amusement park, I probably wouldn't. People laying their bodies over something to cover it, or jumping or scaling the wall. I was definitely getting an escape from prison. Lots of smokestacks in the distance, or gases released. Mounds or villas or pyramids, teepees and a big tent, smoke and peace pipes, women in the village working, farmlands and halos, Rocky Mountain High, huge sightings and disappearances. All right, so not the usual stuff. And also when I was talking about the lift to the roller coaster, Six Flags Georgia came up earlier this week, so definitely I was getting, maybe you might want to stay away from that stuff. I mean, it's not the time of year usually when the amusement parks are open, but if there's any fairs or amusement parks, if you're in a warm area, just saying. Okay, so we're going to get right into the feminine read. A lot of information came up here for the feminine today, and as I started it, like I said, the Indigo card and the King of Swords fell out when I was shuffling. And I cut the deck at the Sirian Starseed deck. I cut at 101. All right, and then I was done the whole read except for my mini cards at 111. I don't usually write these times down, but I did today. Okay, and then at 112 I got Mr. Clean as part of the read, okay? So if there's someone who's a karmic or your divine masculine who's kind of a neat freak, I was getting Mr. Clean. Or it could just be someone who wears white all the time or has a bald head, okay? But Mr. Clean's very nice. Alright, so for the feminine read, it's the 10th today. And I did a masculine read already. If you haven't seen it, I would definitely watch that one, okay? This one's going to be a little bit longer, and I'll do the cards at the end, so it might be a bit. The major arcana in the Divine Feminine read were the Hanging Man and Reason. Abundance was there in the card under the underlying energy. So not the underlying energy, but the card beneath it, which I always use. It's just 444. So abundance, important to come up. And Reason is the Emperor in the Sirian Starseed. Hanging Man is the Hanged Man. And abundance, actually in this deck, is the Empress. All right, so we have the Emperor and the Emperor. The Emperor and the Empress in this read, along with the Hangman, okay, as the major arcana. So whether that's you, your karmic, if you're still in a relationship, you and your divine masculine, or your parents or their parents or karmic parents. There's definitely a couple that are the focus of what's going on, the Emperor and the Empress and the Hanged Man, whether they're awakened or not. Also, Indonesia was coming up. I'll get into the codes in a second. The 10 is all about the Wheel of Fortune, and the day today adds up to 23, which is the King of Wands. In the masculine read, the King of Wands came up as the shaman energy, so that very peaceful, peace pipe energy coming up for the masculine, but the feminine maybe not so peaceful today. Because there's just a lot of people in the mix here and family stuff going on, so I wanted to bring that all up for you. So we have the King of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, okay? So that could be very positive energies as well. And the Wheel of Fortune is that 1-0, so also that's the high vibration, and there's definitely been a lot of high vibration stuff coming through today, all right? I'm kind of getting a little bit too high vibrational. I have to, you know, take my breaths and calm myself down, so in a good way. So you might want to do the same, okay? So make sure to ground yourself if you haven't been outside. Maybe put your feet outside or meditate. Make sure you take your deep breaths, drink your water. Hold some stones, okay? My voice is going a little bit here. So I know a lot of people have been getting sick too, so that might be an issue for you coming up today as well. So the coding for the, well, there's 3 cups, 2 wands, 1 sword, and 3 pentacles. So great for the feminine, not only 1 sword, which is great. Mostly cups and pentacles, but pretty well distributed. And the court cards were Page of Cups, Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and King of Pentacles. So a lot of kid energy here, okay? So the pages don't have to be kids, they can be messages. Page of Swords is all about news and messages. Page of Cups is all about friends and love, messages of love. And then the Page of Pentacles is all about students in school. So they could definitely be messages about these things, but we have 3 pages out. So there's probably kids involved in some way, even if you don't have kids today. And the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is probably overrun with kids. Maybe he's stuck home with all the kids today. Maybe their friends are over. Okay, so for the coding, no numerology deck cards came up with the coding today, but there are numbers. We have 7, 10, 5, 22, which is the Fool, 3213 as a 4-digit number, 55, 88, which is the time I woke up this morning, 8:08, and then 88 came up in the Divine Masculine read as well. So 8s are big. Lionsgate's big right now. That Egyptian Atlantis energy of Lionsgate is out right now, big time. 8's a big one. And then 5-8. 5-8's the 4 of Swords. Okay, that's rest, meditation. A lot of I know certain people whose life lesson number is 58, that 4 of Swords, and they're always workaholics. So a lot of times that number will come up when people are working too much to force you to get sick. So you'll be still and isolate. So this is for the feminine. So the code, what came up in the coding today was a clearance of the divine feminine within the divine masculine, working together in a high vibration. The Page of Cups expands the ray. So the Page of Cups in the Sirian Starseed deck is this beautiful energy of a child with their heart like open wide, you know, like totally innocent and loving and open, okay, no matter what. But this Page of Cups energy is expanding the ray. Also, there could be, for some there might be a bun in the oven, as well as the wheel turns and new babies expand the ray also. Also, urea nitrogen was coming in, A-B-U-N, a bun, B-U-N is usually drawn with your creatinine, so people with kidney function issues. And I always say I love abundance because that's a bun dance, the dance of transmutation, okay, because the kidneys clear what's going through you, right? So it's the same type of thing. You need to transmute any energies that are really stressful for you to allow them to go through you. But someone definitely needs to We're definitely working with our rays. There may be groups that you may switch groups of twins that you've been listening to, or allegiances in that sense, or there may be new babies, a lot of new younger people coming into the groups right now, as well as someone needs their creatinine drawn, okay, especially if you're pregnant and you haven't had your creatinine drawn with your BUN, please do, to make sure your kidneys are functioning properly. Also, something about 7 wheels, or seven Wheel of Fortunes, or maybe on channel 7 is the Wheel of Fortune, or 7, if you're at the casino, 7 wheels or high vibrations. 710 was coming up as well. I don't know if that's an area code, but 710. 71 is, let's see, 71 is the 3 of Pentacles. Really beautiful energy. That's that co-creation energy, as well as that great love work partnership. The Page of Cups again came up about the Page of Cups is a god or established ray. Okay, because that's that innocent, pure love. Also, there could be kids who are like this, the rainbow children, that see bad spirits, so they can help you about that stuff. Also, bad spirits of emotions, and committing or changing rays, like I said. So there could be groups, if you're, you know, with a green ray twin or something like that, maybe you're going to switch to a blue ray or something like that, okay? Also, I was guided to look up, I didn't put the whole code in, I just put the ABUN to see what came up, and some stuff came up on that, so I didn't do any more, because a lot came up for that. It was very significant. The first entry was ABUN, Abun or Aban, is Yimbun, is an Endin or Manif or Karan, a West Papuan language that's spoken along the northern coast of the Bird's Head Peninsula. Okay, so that's all in the area of Indonesia, and the red bird of paradise is there, Southeast Asia, Indonesia, Thailand, you know, the Sunda Islands, which is where Bali is. Okay, so also here New Guinea was coming, New Guinea, West Papua, and the area of Raja Amput came up, because they're all in the islands there where Bali is. Really beautiful. And then as soon as I wrote along the northern coast, right before that, a FedEx truck really went fast north up my street, okay, as I wrote northern coast of Bird's Head Peninsula, okay, and that was at 137, and 37 is the King of Cups. Okay, so then another entry came up, ABUN, which is Artists and Biologists Unite for Nature. So that looked like a cool site. Formerly 52 something, it didn't finish the sentence. Another heading was even in the quietest village of Abun, A-B-U-N, next to cave at the foot of a mountain, which is actually really great feng shui, couldn't avoid the horrors of war. As things get worse, people determined to move their entire village elsewhere. Okay, so that was significant for someone. Okay, or if it's referencing to the twins starting to huddle into villages and communities, okay? And it'll naturally happen. Don't worry about not knowing anything. You will always be guided where you're supposed to go. No fear. It's all good, okay? Something else came up for it, Black Desert Database 2.0, as well as a group. I don't know how to say it, Oyabun. It was on SoundCloud and published October 24th, 2018. At 18, it said 18:48:38. So I wanted to bring that up because that's the moon, the Queen of Cups, which definitely came up in the masculine read and this read. And then 48 is that 8 of Cups of walking away or going within. And then it's followed by plus 0000, which is a ton of source support. Okay, and their songs came up. The titles that came up in the heading, the first one was Stranger Things, so Stranger Things have happened, right? Stranger Things, and that was actually 3 minutes and 33 seconds. And I know the Divine Masculine read went up at 33:03 minutes, so there's definitely a sync there. Their second song was Matador, and that was at 18, 48, 36. 38 being the Queen of Cups. 36 is the Ten of Wands. All right, so that's about dropping your burdens and confessing, that kind of energy, which also came up today. The third song that was listed in the heading was Do You Got Love? So let's get into the read here. Hanging Man. The Hanging Man with right knee block, okay? The High Priestess without opportunity for justice, or secretly needs to research or learn about justice, which is just truth and balance. So it doesn't have to be about the justice system. It just may be someone who needs to learn or research something about truth and balance, or if they're feeling imbalanced right now, need to research or look something up. Or there's a child who's ungrounded, not doing their homework, and is intuitive, truthful, and balanced. So a child you've been having difficulty with, maybe you think they're lying or always have excuses, and it's not. It's because they're intuitive, whether they're a rainbow child or a crystal child. You know, indigos usually know because they're more, they're more rebellious, okay? But if you're not sure and you think they're just using excuses, they're not. They're intuitive, psychic, and they're struggling because they're not grounded. They need grounding. So help them with that. If you help them ground, it'll be easier for them. And then just you being aware that they're psychic, so they're going to be more sensitive. It's going to be a little harder for them to do anything if they're not grounded. So teach them how to ground. Abundance coming or going to a boon. I'm sorry if I'm not saying it right. To hang out. So someone might be going to the Bali area islands, or to Indonesia, or to New Guinea. Ashamed that it took so long. There's some masculine energy coming up here. Ashamed that it took so long, that he ran from his journey, now going within and offering love. Hook, line, and sinker. As the harsh truth came in, an uppercut to the throat chakra. Okay? All right, so the High Priestess is coming up here, but don't forget the High Priestess can represent the masculine or the feminine, because it just represents psychic abilities and intuition, and also secrets. So break on. He had the Divine Masculine after this saying, he's offering love, hook, line, and sinker. His harsh truth came in, an uppercut to the throat chakra, right? Because it might. He put the brakes on gently in the falls. So whether it was the fall season or in falls that he had to take. Triangle music, rocky ride, lots of women all around, but there on a square, only one above his white horse is High Priestess. Her head on a platter with salt and pepper and olive oil, as messenger of truth comes in strong, with a Viking helmet on the High Priestess, who's on point, like heads will roll on a toothpick, in a Viking cattle call. Okay? So cattle call, could be a literal cattle call, or it could be a cattle, referencing to women as a cattle call. And I was getting, though, in this situation, it's like a Cinderella call to see who fits the slipper, all right? The masculine deliberation, out with child in tow, stuck emotions, no peace, reaping what he sowed, while the Queen of Cups reversed, manipulating or crying endlessly to get him to feel sorry for her and stick her already. Okay, so if that could be different people, but it could be someone still living with their karmic, or it could be the Divine Feminine. It just depends on your situation. Or it could be somebody he's working with, who is waiting to get canned or something like that. So there's all sorts of situations that can come up around that situation. Separation energy is coming up in the underlying energy, but not the cards you got today. The separation was already existing. And to keep an open mind. The show is over. Performance is out. Discussions now about flame and partner or spouse. Toes crossed on sterile tile floors. Checking out butts or wiping them. So somebody's definitely with babies, because I'm getting butt wiping. So checking out butts or wiping them. And this can be just someone who is checking out butts or actually working in that respect, or wiping baby butts. Until the setting from the sterile tile floors is all cured, okay? So there just may be literally a floor being cured, or it could be the people around you that need curing, or it could be the situation around you, the setting, until it's all cured. All right. It was just 2011 that I noticed, which is judgment and justice, okay? So definitely some divorce stuff might be coming through as well. Tinkerbell dreams of romance like her father's, or justice waits for him. As he gets home from work, two different women presented as options for you, and that's for the masculine. Or it could be for the karmic, like their kids setting them up with women, so bringing women home, like maybe their friends' mothers, to give them choices to choose from. And then I was getting, though, red shoe matches his tie, the camel shoe woman matches his boots, but neither are really right for you, meaning the masculine. And only he will know the feet that will fit in his shoes. And then I was getting bare ones, okay? So this could be your karmic, or it could be your divine masculine saying this. There's self-love here as underlying energies from the numerology deck, as well as personal growth beneath that. So it's all about your self-love and self-worth. So remember that right now as very significant. Personal growth, look how much you've grown. And then self-love is coming up here. Discussions with your karmic about what's best for the children and us, okay? So you're having these talks because we're finally getting things settled here, okay? People are starting to move out. Suffering behind in cabin with checkerboard. Candelabra on the wall, star sapphires everywhere, and a sliver silvery moon, a mouse by the candles as the lights go out, no online web, only cobwebs at work, money suspended in thin air. Tools to cut, so definitely the lights might be going on. It's like crazy windy here all day and last night, so I wouldn't be surprised if the power went out. So be aware. It was just 22:11, and then 22:12 I noticed as well. So again, we have the Fool with the lights going out, and the 11 and 12. Again, Justice, and 12 is the Hangman. So you might just resign to hanging out. Tools to cut the bushes, and grass were left out, and Chinese food, green tea, and takeout. Holding back all the good stuff for me by the full moon, like so the feminine saying that, for me, or whoever's holding on to it, by the full moon, a Sikh in the making, the guy who rescues the nurse in The English Patient, which was Kip. Swinging from the ceiling to see his masterpiece, no longer bored, he must have that chalice, the holy grail of Alice in Wonderland. So this is the divine masculine talking for sure. Or it could be the karmic seeing your holy grail and now wanting the same for his life, okay? Gray ship has sailed, but white bird is coming in for a dive. The proper man with branding tool keeps him alive. Fleur-de-lis, purple and green style. Royal brandy or whiskey discarded for new love. Natural and sunny, and pictures of squirrels and doves. Letting go of emotions that no longer serve, or things or people like users and pervs. Okay, so don't entertain any of that stuff. You don't need that kind of attention. Okay, and it was just 23:44. 23 is the King of Wands again, and 44 is that Four of Cups, or the Atlas energy. It's grounding and integrating, but also not accepting something that's average. That's not what you truly deserve. Okay. And again, I want to remind people, if you decide to go off your journey and get into a relationship with someone else, you are going to pick up new stuff to clear, because you take on all of their stuff as well. Okay, so if they're not a twin and you get into a karmic relationship with them, you're now going to have to clear all that as well. So think long and hard. If you're guided to do so, absolutely. Okay, you may need to go through that first. So follow your guidance first, not me, but just bringing this up to make sure you're aware. Recently, for the Divine Feminine, steps taken to let go and receive, to fix without being duplicitous, lying, or deceiving. All kinds of dreams and syncs are revealing. The foundation is a message or news, or a child who talks a lot. The Queen of Pentacles stuck without car. and their mother. The Queen of Pentacles is stuck without a car, and their mother, not hers, the Page of Swords mother, like one of your kids' friends, their mother, the Queen of Swords reversed, doesn't talk. Okay, so you can't get this kid home, and they won't pick up the phone, or they're just someone who doesn't like to talk to the other mothers at school. I was just getting, could be neighbors too, I was just getting that kind of energy. Or the Queen of Swords is reversed without a car, or stuck lying to cover their own kid. Okay, so the Queen of Swords could be lying to cover up for what their Page of Swords kid did. So the underlying energy signs that were coming up were Aquarius reversed, Pisces upright, Libra upright, Cancer reversed, and maybe Taurus, but that was it. That's just the underlying energy. Centrally, awakened, wounded warrior, finally present and dropping burdens, allowing things to end and choose a path of passion and independence. The challenge for the feminine is this Page of Cups with the open heart, being purely innocent, with heart open wide, confessing and exposing their own bleeding, that they don't always see eye to eye, even though they're this really sweet kid. Maybe they got in a fight with someone. So they could be literally be bleeding or just bleeding emotionally. You know, they're really hurting, and usually they're the smiley, happy one all the time. Okay, so now they become maybe coming up to parents or friends' parents, all right, because someone got hurt literally or got hurt emotionally. And this is someone who doesn't usually get hurt because they're such a sweet kid. But even them fessing up that they don't always see eye to eye with everyone. Like maybe they were stuck, maybe someone was left at their house all the time, you know, for babysitting purposes because it was a friend of theirs from school. But the Page of Cups may not be happy with that situation because they don't always see eye to eye just because you thought that we were friends, we're not really, you know, that kind of situation. The prisoner is defenseless to choices of the younger sibling or baby that's annoying. All right, so there may be a an older sibling as well involved here, where the younger child, the Page of Cups is being the annoying one, represented as the younger one or the baby of the family, and the older one's more independent. So there could be different situations, but there's definitely sibling rivalry coming up here, as well as friend rivalry, or just people they're stuck with, or new babies. Air sign child, talking about a water sign child with an open heart, who it hurts so much because they're so open. The Page of Cups holding on to family money is exposed, or money stashed in a child's account, a betrayal that nobody knows about. Or the Page of Cups has been saving money like Scrooge for their family, you know, trying to help out, and exposes big sister or mother took their money that they saved, or children. And I know this happened, my kid's dad took their money as well, so this happens. Big sister or mother took their money, or children greedy about money given to them, children greedy about money given to them, exposed, felt like betrayal to an older sibling or siblings, or friends who need to make choices and maybe someone didn't tell them that they could help them out. Death of an emperor, or the emperor was caught by Cupid's arrows. False hand rejected at full moon. Arrows of love neglected are expressed. The Queen of Pentacles reversed, holding back energy, depressed and ungrounded. Sneakiness was unfounded. Or fessing up to wanting to start over in love at full moon in a heated exchange. The King of Cups reversed, emotionally detached at his work. Which makes sense, right? Because you're emotionally detached to work. Now magician with passion, with a nightmare, dealing with alcoholism or depression, so whether it's him or someone around him. A Sagittarius Queen of Wands offers a friendly gesture. Could be to the Divine Feminine or to the Emperor. Or masculine offers friendship after passion's been dead to this Queen of Wands. A home or stability at the full moon, and they've made their bed. All right, so any decisions they've made, they're final now, okay? A nightmare for the Emperor, King of Cups reversed at work, to have patience with Queen of Wands, pretending so she can manipulate him for family money the mirror above the red couch, or the painting with her naked with the fruit. King of Cups just wants peace. Soon, Emperor, King of Pentacles, or Emperor turns his back on King of Pentacles with red cape. Family legacy is all his, and he's not sharing his stake. Okay? So there's definitely some wars going on here about family money. The old man, greedy and stingy and tight, may have been a new baby exposed in a betrayal of might, independence, to be free to choose. Oh, so that then there's abortion issues coming up here as well, where a family may take them out of the will because of a decision they made. So all of these scenarios, there's multiple scenarios coming up here. Recovering but depressed, healing, forgiving, marriage, priest, institution or establishment or a contract, fessing up to hiding out with happy family or pretend family. So there's definitely, I was getting energy of a child, like kind of running away from home to their friend's house because it's happy there and they don't like being around with, whether it's the feminine and her karmic or the divine masculine and his karmic. Somebody's kids are staying at the grandparents' house or a friend's house because they're happy there. Maybe a child went to live with an uncle or grandfather, and the grandfather then left money to this child, like that Page of Cups energy, or the one who always brought sunshine to them. The divine feminine kids or divine masculine kids unhappy living in their situation. The divine feminine is tripping up, expressing herself or not, wanting to drop facade and break patterns, but being cold and taking down others before they get them. And really what she needs is attention. Being foolish in taking a lover. Okay, so any of you feminines, it's coming up as a foolish decision to take a lover just for affection and attention. The cards from Romance Angel that came up for you guys is wedding, and this could be the one. Okay, so wedding just means that this situation involves marriage, and of course this could be the one. All right, so be careful about going into karmic relationships just for affection and attention when you need to master these things to find satisfaction on your own. It's not to be unhappy. You're supposed to find happiness because you and your connection with Source have everything you need to find happiness, satisfaction, joy in your life, things that you love to do in your life. You have all of those options in the palm of your hands, you alone. And this is what your calling is, to master all of this as a divine feminine. A date wasn't all that it was cracked up to be in separation, and now inspired to let go of all extraneous emotions and get real about your true heart's devotion. Around the divine feminine is the Page of Pentacles, psychic and student, and even could be her. Over the worst, strong and clear, with enough information now to make a decision and steer clear of any Emperor reversed. Out of control, but be willing to be willing to give a little love or friendship until he loses his ego. She would help him learn if he's willing to be humble. Okay, so it's not that you know, you deserve better than this and you shut someone out of their life. If they're willing to stay in your life and not treating you right, but you're willing to be their friend to help them if they offer, if they want it, and are agreeing to be humble and not treat you badly or abuse you or ignore you or all the disrespectful things they were doing before, there's nothing wrong with that, keeping them in your life. Of course you would want to keep them in your life, because don't forget, this journey is about unconditional love. Clear blocks, but that's loving yourself first. No abuse, all right, no disrespect, but otherwise open up your heart. Clear blocks of grief and regret, whatever's not working, unfocused, trauma, drama, and big messes. Not working or lazy, but because of stubbornness, not choice. Instability, because heart is home. And conflict and fighting, because you're never alone. Okay, so these are all the things that are coming up for the divine feminine to clear. Expand your energies and work it out. Karmic draining and separation, crying, but worst is over for the Emperor. Of course, like I said, if someone's draining you, I mean, that's a form of abuse. So it doesn't, I'm not telling you to stay with people who make you uncomfortable or are energy vampires. But that's always your call. But don't shut out people just because they're not perfect and doing what you want to do and not living exactly the way you like to live. That's not a good reason. That's not love, okay? So karmic is draining and separation. This is coming up for both the feminine and the masculine. Crying, but the worst is over for the Emperor. The Emperor can be your karmic masculine, it can be the divine masculine, it can be your parents, it can be their parents, it can be the karmic's parents, all right? You have to place that, because there's definitely a few couples in this situation. The Emperor and Emperor came up. King and Queen of Pentacles are in here. King and Queen of Cups both came up. And the King and Queen of Wands. King of Wands said goodbye to karmic and trying to write out his feelings for High Priestess, or as a secret. Empress, Queen of Pentacles, that he hurt. Okay, so in one situation, the King of Wands says goodbye to their karmic and trying to write out his feelings for the High Priestess, Empress, Queen of Pentacles that he hurt. So this could be your karmic who's leaving for another karmic saying this, or it could be your divine masculine. Adventure comes up very strongly, as well as time out for the divine feminine. So this is your energy. Take time out for adventure. The King of Pentacles, which also in the Sirian starseed can represent Akashic records because it's about the crystal skull, is this solution energy at the end, okay? There's jealousy all around this. With the King of Cups, Emperor, the Emperor can be a couple different people. Emperor can be King of Pentacles, and the Emperor can be King of Cups. And they could be two different emperors. They could be brothers or whatever. But there can be multiple emperors here. And also the Emperor could be both the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. So it just depends on your situation. But the King of Pentacles here is the outcome card. Akashic records. He was the only king who came up in the main deck. Okay. King of Pentacles, jealous, with King of Cups, Emperor, harsh truth of arrest or rehab or abusive secrets. He told the King of Wands only. All right, so there could be a brother or partner thing, jealousy where they told one not the other. Or a negative Empress mother to King and Queen of Pentacles, brother and sister, or couple, wrote someone out of their will. Or the King of Wands karmic says goodbye to a father or separates from mother or wife. Secret feelings expressed in a journal by High Priestess. Negative, and don't forget, High Priestess can be High Priest as well, because that could represent the masculine, psychic, intuitive as well. Secret feelings expressed in a journal by High Priestess. Negative Empress, Queen of Pentacles, stone cold. So here at the end, I was definitely getting this negative Empress energy next to the very cold Queen of Pentacles is one and the same, because Empress is Taurus energy anyway, and you have it right next to the Queen of Pentacles who's cold. It's not the typical Queen of Pentacles in this deck, okay? So that's the, you know, the tarot sexual magic, okay? So it's the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles are not positive energies in that deck, and that's the energy that was coming up here. This negative Empress, Queen of Pentacles is stone cold, and King of Wands is still being affectionate. Okay, King of Wands could definitely be a karmic who's still around. Or it could be your divine masculine, or it could be a relative. So just fit it where it needs to go. And you know wands are fire signs, or a really fiery energy. Big family legacy or family money jealousies around the King of Cups, King of Pentacles, psychic, and secret feelings. And the Empress cold, Queen of Pentacles. Married or mother to the King of Wands, karmic, or his karmic is separated and turning him gray. The Emperor can be the King of Pentacles or King of Cups or another. No King of Swords represented, but King and Queen of Pentacles here and King and Queen of Cups. The King and Queen of Wands came up here too, but they're not as... the King and Queen of Pentacles at the end came up right together. The King and Queen of Wands were more like separate in the read, but they're represented, especially the Cups. The Queen of Cups was very early on in the read, and the King of Cups was more of an outlier there at the end. The King of Pentacles is resting or meditating to get ready to move passionately. He's over loss or regret of twin or kids, but frustrated with a little anxiety still, which came up for the masculine read as well. There's still a little bit anxiety for the masculine. The Knight of Cups offers love out of power, money, and independence, but no longer suffering. Family may be all good, but is resisting or tired of his new love, or maybe his self-love. Maybe they think he's being greedy or selfish. Or the Knight of Cups, King of Pentacles, offering love to you, but you're not in your power, but over-suffering. One or the other's family is fine, but resisting transformation, all right, for new or self-love, okay? Somebody's family is fine. There's nothing wrong. They look like they have plenty of money and all that kind of stuff, but they may not accept the twin, okay? So I don't know whose family that is, yours or theirs. So hanging abundant with news or child, expressing feelings or heated exchange with Page of Pentacles student or new opportunity, taking steps and seeing synchronicities, dropping burdens and confessing, it's hard for you to open your heart completely, recovering practically, but also still from grieving, whether it be your own loss from heartbreak or someone you may have lost in the family or a friend. So the Emperor, King of Pentacles, in prison or released from prison, and the Sand Art just said someone escaped from prison. So somebody may have escaped from prison and coming back. Emperor, King of Pentacles, in prison or released from prison, or just in anxiety in general. Okay. The signs that came up for the rest of the read were Pisces upright, Scorpio upright, and reversed. So one or the other or both. It could be two separate Scorpios, you know, or it could be one person who's expressing both negative and positive attributes. Aries is reversed, Cancer's upright, Aquarius reversed, Leo upright, Sagittarius both, one way and the other. Taurus is upright, Virgo reversed, Gemini upright. And then right when I was finished this, a truck went really slow south. So things are slowing down. That was at 3:55. All right, so I'm going to pull you some oracle cards now. A lot of information I know, but I'm going to put this up before I forget to give it to you. This is the read. This is your read, right? Yes. All right, this is your read for the feminine. Okay. And let's see what the oracle cards have to say. I'm really tired. I've been doing this all day. I mean, so much stuff was coming up. I just need another drink. Hold on. All right, so the Ascension deck. Clear and align. Take a deep breath, guys. Clear and align. Clear and align. All right. And I'm definitely going with Mary and Jesus. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. When I woke up this morning, because I did this in the Divine Masculine read, I woke up at 8:08. Literally hearing, I woke up because I was hearing, try not to get worried, try not to turn on to problems that upset you. Oh, so it's you, it's Mary singing to Jesus, okay, to calm him. And right before that, I was laughing my head off because I couldn't remember what song it was, but I was doing the songs like to something else, but I was saying it to a guy friend who I don't know who it was. It was just some make-believe person that I knew in my dream. But I was on like a zip line, but it was on the ground. It wasn't up, but I was like hanging out with them, like singing to them, and they're like thinking I'm crazy and weird, and I'm just laughing my head off. And then my friend behind me comes up and he starts laughing with me because, you know, he saw the humor in it. So after that song from Jesus Christ Superstar came up, and I'm still like half asleep, and I couldn't wake up yet. I couldn't just open my eyes. Some of the other songs were running in my head because I still like know all the lyrics to all of the words from Jesus Christ Superstar. And then when Jesus Christ Superstar came up, you know, and that it started playing in my head. Oh my God, the connection that I got at that moment was like intense, full body connection. So Jesus and Mary are really coming into play right now. It's 4444. So, and I wanted to bring up again the read that I'd done earlier this year with a read that ended up being for Jesus and Mary, and how The divine feminine will get pushed down before union in order to meet the masculine who had taken his last dive and fallen and now rising. So don't be nervous when you get pushed down, especially if you're in your knowing and your power. That shouldn't affect you now. You should know to just go with the flow and it's all good. So I'm going to ask Mary and Jesus for our cards today. Today is January 10th, 2019. Mary and Jesus. What does everyone need to know, everyone watching, and for the best and highest good of all those concerned, this January 10th, 2019. Everyone take that deep breath. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Okay. You're kind of all jumbled. What do we need to know? Jesus and Mary. Okay. Well, that was more clear. They gave me 3 cards. Okay, so the bottom is the cosmic heart number 9, which is the Hermit. It's that 9 of endings. Compassion, selflessness, universal selflessness. Okay. And it's also considered the collective consciousness. The affirmation is, I am the cosmic heart. Okay, so the heart's definitely better today. I'm not feeling all that stress. But when that comes up, we talk about Venus as well, because Venus is considered the cosmic heart. The cards that came up for you guys now here are Neptune, number 19, which is the Sun. 39, which is the Knight of Cups, Commander Ashtar. 19 is Neptune. And then card number 3 for Jesus, okay? Mother Mary's aquamarine mantle, and that's 52, which is the Queen of Swords. So I'm going to read all 3 of these to you. All right, so we have the Sun. Oh, that's interesting. We have the Sun, Mother Mary, all right, for the Spirit, and then Commander Ashtar, all right? So Ashtar for the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Very interesting. So let's see what this says here. All right, so Neptune is number 19, number 1. It's the Sun, it's the masculine energy. Neptune's the planet of higher spirituality, and the wisdom of Atlantis and Lemuria is held within its ascended aspect. You are blessed, for you only receive this card when you are ready to receive their information. Your guidance is to tune into your Earth Star chakra, then connect with Neptune, the cosmic Earth Star chakra. Archangel Sandalphon oversees this center. He nurtures your divine potential and will help you download the spiritual light you're waiting for. This will expand your consciousness and greatly assist on your ascension journey. I tune to the wisdom of Atlantis and Lemuria held in Neptune. And is it Neptune today that's making a big square today? We're coming up on 4747, which is the 7 of Cups, okay? Heaven in their eyes, Neptune, okay? Connect with Neptune and the Sun. Heaven in your eyes. Make sure you get some sun, okay? All right, second card, Commander Ashtar, 39, Knight of Cups. Commander Ashtar is in charge of the intergalactic fleet, spaceships that patrol and protect this universe. His mothership enters Earth through Machu Picchu, I never say it right, the 2-way interdimensional portal that he oversees. Commander Ashtar is connecting with you through this card and inviting you to view the planets, stars, and galaxies with cosmic eyes. Breathe in the subtle energy and wisdom of the stellar world and allow it to affect your chakra system and ignite your consciousness. You're blessed, for this card is of expanded enlightenment and a call to intergalactic service. The affirmation is, I connect with Commander Ashtar to serve the universe. So I like that, because they talk about Commander Ashtar, right? He's in charge of the galactic fleet, his mothership. We have Mother Mary here. Spirit's very funny. Okay, and also that this card says you're blessed, for this card is of expanded enlightenment. You're being called to intergalactic service. Okay. Okay, so we have a 3 and a 1, and then we have the 7, which is 52, Mother Mary's aquamarine mantle, the Queen of Swords. The wondrous universal angel Mary radiates her high-frequency aquamarine light throughout the universes. She spreads compassion, empathy, kindness, healing, and love. So we talked a lot about that in the read today. Mother Mary suggests you open your heart and offer everyone who touches your path these higher qualities. Okay? We talked about that, and kids came up, and Mother Mary is very much about the inner child. So it's very much about being your inner child. Then she will grace you by placing her aquamarine mantle in your aura. You're reminded that there's only love, so there's nothing to forgive. As you wear this mantle, you become a force for healing and light, and the angels will sing blessings over you. The affirmation is, I wear Mother Mary's mantle of love and enfold others in it. Okay. Sorry. I haven't done anything with my hair yet today. Sorry, it's like a mess. Clear and align. Clear and align. Alright. So again, we're going to ask Jesus and Mary. Okay, JC and Mary Magdalene. Clear and align. Take another deep breath, you guys. Okay, so this is for the past life deck. For January, I'm sorry, did I say January 9th before? It's January 10th. Hope I didn't. Oh well. Spirit knows. January 10th, 2019. January 10th, 2019. January 10th, 2019. Alright, so Jesus and Mary, what do we need to know this January 10th, 2019? If there's anything wrong about the messages you just delivered, which I doubt it, please let us know that as well. January 10th, 2019. What does everyone watching need to know for their best and highest good? What do we all need to know? Okay, so we got these two. Oh, three. And Atlantis is the bottom of the deck. Okay, so we have the dolphin swimming. I always love this card when I see it. This makes me feel so relaxed when I see the dolphins. And they're in a ray of light. And the rays came up in the coating. And there's a pillar here. A white pillar of the ancient ruins with the dolphins in Lemuria. And the fishies. And how, oh, it's telling you to look at the fish and how they all get along in the ocean, right? They're all different, they all have different tastes, and yet they all exist together in harmony, okay? The cards that came out for you guys. Two of them that came up yesterday and then another. Okay, so we have trees, whoop, sorry about that. Trees are taken off. Alright, so we have trees, knights, and angels. Okay, so I'll show them to you. Alright, so that's the tree card with the light shining through. Okay, we had the sun come up, number 19, and then the knight, which came up yesterday, I believe it was. And the angels, which also came up yesterday, I believe it was. Okay? So angels are always there reminding you have to ask. They can't help you unless you ask because of free will. God doesn't have to ask, by the way, source, creator. Alright, but you do have some free will. And again, we have this knighthood in the trees. Alright, so I'm being called to bring up this again, which makes sense because Jesus, I asked Jesus. When I was in the south of France, and I'm sure most of you have heard this already before, but for those of you who don't usually listen to me or haven't heard this one before, when I was in the south of France, we were at the Cathars Castle, where, you know, it was long ago, I don't know the year, history is my worst subject, so, they were all killed, the Cathars, and it was the Catholics, you know, so it was a religious war back then, and actually the year that I went there was the year the Catholics apologized formally to the Cathars, so that was pretty cool that happened the year I was there. But after we went up to the castle and we came down, we were going to picnic at the bottom, so we had a blanket out, and we were all laying with our heads toward the middle together, just meditating for a little bit first. And I got a very specific message. Oh, and the cards just made my initials. That's pretty funny. And OOD. EES and OOD, if that means anything to anyone else. So when we were on the blanket and we were meditating, the very specific message I got from Jesus, which I didn't know until the next day, was, I didn't know exactly what it was. I knew it was from Jesus, but it was, look to the sun and to the butterflies, and why would you keep your eyes closed when there's all of this to see? Okay, and so what I found out the next day was him referencing his time on the cross, because the card that I picked from the Mary Magdalene deck the next day was the crucifixion, and I was wondering, why did I get the crucifixion? Like everyone else got the lovers and the Two of Cups and all that kind of energy. But then when I really looked at the crucifixion card, it was literally this card, except there was two lines of trees with the sun coming down in between the rows of trees. Okay, that's why this comes up and why Jesus parallels that for me. But yeah, saying that if I could see the beauty while I was hanging on the cross, then you should be able to see the beauty in what's around you at the present moment. And Spirit's connecting with me. But also He wants you to know that Mary Magdalene was with Him. All right? They were twins. So they're always helping each other out. And so recognize her for that as well. See, look. She was my angel. And He was my knight in shining armor. Okay? At the time of the crucifixion. All right? So really, really beautiful message from Mary and Jesus. Okay? One more from the Journey of Love. Again, from Mary and Jesus. What do we need to know? Mary and Jesus. Take a deep breath. Clear line. All in good time. Okay? January 10th, 2019. For everyone watching, for the best and highest good of all those concerned, from Jesus and Mary Magdalene, please. And Mother Mary too, since you're here. What is it that everyone needs to know? What is your advice to us? Okay, that was very specific, one card. That doesn't happen for me very often. God Speaks, number 33. Okay, which was very significant today. Okay. What time was this one? So the feminine read started today at 1. I finished it up and then I'm positioning cards, so it was really 117, 118, 119. The masculine read was at 9:33 this morning. So 33, it came up for the masculine. It's coming up here again, and the masculine's video posted 33:03, and I had nothing to do with that. Okay, I didn't even think actually the minutes were still 33. I thought they were 32. So 33 was definitely coming up. That's God Speaks, the underlying energy. Okay. And that's like a swirl of energy. When two worlds collide in perfect alignment. It's not always smooth waters, but it's still perfect alignment. There are variations of the colors in the rays, just like there are variations in people. And this is interesting because this came out as an extra card, which I didn't read you the other day, yesterday, the day before. The Temple, that's the card that you got today. And this is number 59, which is the 5 of Swords. That's brain wars. It's that enemy energy, all right, of anxiety, being at war with yourself in your own head. Okay, and literally can be prison as well. But the Temple. It's such a beautiful card. But yes, you know, there's a lot of jagged edges in here. It's not smooth. But it's so beautiful, and there's so many spirits in this card. Everyone's gathered around Jesus and Mary. Oh, that's really cool. Alright, so I'm getting this as the energy representing Jesus and Mary, and this right here I'm getting as the Holy Spirit, Mother Mary. This whole thing right here, hovering above. Alright? And I'm going to read that to you. Let's see what it has to say. 59. The Temple. The lover and the beloved meet in sacred space. They take respite from the cares of the world, entering into sanctuary where only they exist. You are in need of this. Meditation, making love, connection and dance, intimacy and surrender into the moment. Your body and soul need to enter into the temple and participate in sacred ceremony. Choose to gift this to yourself. Set aside time. Turn off the computer and mobile telephone when the lights go out. Turn on music and set the lighting. Be in the present moment. Do you remember your body? Ah, yes, here it is. Can you be in its temple with presence and delight? This oracle brings guidance to take time out to smell the flowers, savor the pleasures of life, and renew your connection to the inner lover. Your sensuality wants to come out and play. You're encouraged to explore scent, touch, taste, and feeling. You're encouraged to play with color. What moves you? What brings you into connection with yourself in this moment again? It is the wholeness of divine self-connection and sacred space that will best nourish you now. And don't forget, too, how much smell takes you to a place that you've totally forgotten about. People, a lot of times overlook smell. The poem reads, love should be given as it is received. On this day I grant you the love of 1,000 mountain streams and the pleasure of 100 bleats from a newborn baby fawn, for I too cry for love, and like the fawn I cry with the hunger of being alive, and on this day I cry for the happiness of giving, and the warmth of receiving, and the softness of your gentle touch. It is moments like these when I smile for the someone who will always care. Okay, so really appreciating every moment. All right, so just very simple and beautiful about intimacy and allowing yourself to take pleasure in life and allow your sensual side to come out. And remember, sensuality is the feminine side. The physical aggression is the masculine. The sensual is the feminine. So it's very much about that energy. Very beautiful. Oh, it's 101. Let's see. Should I pull another card for you guys? 51. Well, yeah, because the one more card for you. I'll do it from the... This is my old Rider-Waite. 51 is the King of Swords. And he was not represented in the read today. He came out before the read to let you know he was there, but he did not come out in the read, not as a main player at all. I guess this is his chance to get his say. Everyone take a deep breath. Okay, Jesus and Mary, what is this last message that we need? And Mother Mary. Jesus and Mary times 2. It's Jesus, his divine feminine, and his karmic. I know Mary can appreciate that. Okay. Alright, so Jesus, Mary, Mother Mary. What does everyone need to know this January 10th, 2019? Everyone watching for the best and highest good for everyone. What is the message for us that would most serve us at this time? What do we need to know? That's it. All right, the bottom of the deck is the King of Wands reversed. Okay, so he's coming up. That karmic energy for the King of Wands isn't coming up very happy. Okay, either exhausted or pissed. Okay, and here's going forward at work or making an offer. Maybe somebody didn't accept his offer. So, like if the King of Wands was trying to settle with the karmic, whether you're his karmic, the divine feminine, or whether it's the divine masculine's karmic, the King of Wands is reversed. And the Three of Wands was before that. Alright, so it's very much business and money oriented energy, the underlying energy here. Okay? About staying, this is about ships coming in, but for this, it's all about staying present. See, there's nothing out there to look for in the future. Staying present to the beauty right here and now. Making an offer, but like, and all of a sudden, it's like coming forward, being present and changing their perspective, and then finally the Knight of Pentacles coming forward with an offer. The Knight of Pentacles could be someone separate from the King of Wands reversed as well. So the Knight of Pentacles could be very much the divine masculine making an offer to the King of Wands who's reversed, pissed, or tired. Or it could be the same person where the divine masculine made an offer and it wasn't accepted. Maybe by the karmic, that kind of energy. So that's the underlying energy, King of Wands reversed. And today's the 23, so it's perfect that he's coming up again, because it really is all about the King of Wands energy today. And he's the man of passion. He's also very affectionate, okay? He can be a big teddy bear, but he can be really loud and scary too. All right, so the Hierophant comes up here by itself. And the Hierophant can definitely represent God, creator, source, but it also can represent establishment, the old. Okay, the old way of seeing things. It could be a priest or some kind of religious leader. It could be any kind of institutional or establishment type leader. It's also about commitment and contracts. But it's upright. Okay? So it's not within itself something negative, but it's about the old that we're changing now. Okay? So this King of Wands reverse may be reversed because he wants to stay with the old way of doing things, and someone's trying to push him to change. Then these three cards up came out together. And it was just 10555 and just changed to 6. So we went from 555, which is crazy expansion energy, to 600, which is love, backed up by source energy, mega time. Alright, so we have the Three of Swords, the Knight of Swords reversed, and then the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So again, like I said, there's a lot of family drama going on with money, legacy, acceptance, all that kind of stuff. And this is about heartbreak and separation, but someone's holding back the truth or being really nasty from the family. Okay, someone's either lying or they're really, I mean, you can't get worse verbally than the Knight of Swords reversed. Okay, if someone's being really nasty, this is very, very cutting, and it has to do with dysfunctional family. Someone yelling at their dysfunctional family could be you or your divine masculine, that their family broke their heart, or within the family separation dynamic, there's a big fight with the family. That's definitely coming up here, whether it's for the divine feminine or the divine masculine, but it definitely came up more in the feminine read today. The masculine read wasn't so much about conflict, it was more actually positive. So there's some stuff the feminists need to work out with their families, or not, or disconnect, okay? If they're being mean to you, or unfair, and, you know, not getting justice, like what came up in the beginning of the read. Justice was upright in the beginning of the read here. But the perspective of the divine feminine was, or of a child, was reversed. It could be a child who feels like they're not getting justice. It could be your children, or you could be the child. Okay, but you get the energy here. That's about family battles. And then the final card that came out is the Two of Pentacles, all right? In this situation, this would be good, because this means getting back into the normal swing of things to balance your world. So if you're fighting with your family, this is good, because that means you're just, it's not about breaking patterns or dropping the facade here. This is about just, you know, things you have to get done in this world still, and that you have to get back into action to let go of all the injustice so that you can find balance again, okay? So you can stay at 0 point again and get your happy back. Do your happy dance. And it's funny too in this card that in the background, and they do kind of look like bugs too, but there's ships on high seas, like so really rough waters out there, right? So this could be somebody trying to cover up all of the family drama too. So if you're trying to cover it up, don't, because then you're lying and you're not in your truth and you're blocking your good fortune. But if you're just letting them do what they must and you're not being a part of it anymore, that's fine, and you're finding your balance again. If you are pretending and performing and pretending like everything's good while all this crap's happening behind you, that's about you needing to break your patterns and drop the facade, okay? Because that's a lie. Okay, so either way, a lot of information came up for you guys in this. That was really good. And don't worry about the negative energy. It's all coming up for a reason to clear it. It's good. And remember, it's darkest before the dawn. All right, guys, you know what to do. Get your rest. Go with the flow. Drink your water. And rise and be loved. Bye, guys.